What's up guys, Rui here and welcome back to the channel. Continuing on with the whole summer related videos, for today's video we will be checking out the TB2-WN Tactical Tote Bag by JWEEP alongside an ecosystem of accessories that the people over at JWEEP has very kindly sent over for me to check them out. Now I do think that it's a pretty cool accessory that you could look into for the summertime. However, there are definitely some things that needs to be discussed. Before we continue on with today's video, for those unaware, last week I held a COVID-19 fundraiser whereby I kind of sold a couple of pieces that I own, and I am very happy to say that the entire fundraiser went extremely well. All the pieces managed to be sold out within a day, and in total we managed to gather a total of $250. Now I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you to anyone and everyone that's participated in the fundraiser. One final housekeeping stuff before we jump into today's video, it would be very much appreciated if you could hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, as it really does help the channel out a long way. Also, if you are feeling generous and want to help the channel out in a much bigger way, I do have a Patreon page whereby I've only set up to be $1 a month, and all of it will go into helping me to pick up new filming equipment so that I can continue to improve the quality of the videos, as well as helping to keep the lights on this channel. Just a quick recap for those of you who are unfamiliar with them, JWEEP is a relatively new technical goods maker that's based out in Thailand. In the past, I've reviewed their SVR KTS01, which is a pretty cool little side bag that's able to be expanded for extra storage capacity. This time around, they released the TB2-WN Tactical Tote Bag, and personally for me, I think this is their best product release to date. Straight out of the bag, I can already tell that this is so much more refined compared to their previous stuff. By no means this is a perfect bag, but I think overall this is a very solid product. Now there's seriously so much to go through here, so I will be leaving timestamps down below in the video so you can just jump ahead to any of the parts that you are interested in, or if you want to sit through the whole entire video, that would be very much appreciated as well. To start things off, let's first check out the tote bag itself. What I really like about it is how simple the design is. It's not trying to overcomplicate what a tote bag should look like, and I can truly appreciate the simplicity here. That being said, being a piece that's trying to cater towards a more techwear centric wardrobe, there are some design features that give the tote bag a more rugged utilitarian look. There is a strip of dual moly webbing running across the front panel, which will give you the ability to deck it out to your heart's content with compatible moly accessories, and we will be checking some of the accessories that JWEEP makes themselves in the later portion of the video. Inside the bag, there's also a single strip of moly webbing for even more customization options. In terms of construction and quality wise, this is a very well constructed piece. The overall feel of the tote bag is incredibly solid. In addition to that, all their products are handmade, and for that I would say the stitching job is done pretty well here. There are no signs of loose threads, and the stitching line is pretty straight as well. The overall tote bag is constructed using a lightweight nylon material, and I really like the fabric choice here. As a bag that you will be carrying on one side of your shoulder, fatigue is definitely something that you need to consider. Therefore, having able to shave off just a little bit or any weight possible is very much appreciated. Furthermore, it is also water repellent, hence for accidental splashes, it will be able to keep your belongings safe and dry. Just don't expect that it will be good for rainy situations, because a tote bag primarily has an open top design. Being a rather lightweight carrying system, most of the weight comes from the top, as it is reinforced with a heavy-duty nylon strap to give the bag more structural rigidity, and also to accommodate the rest of the components that sits on top as well. There is a fairly basic pair of nylon handles, and below one of them there's a Grimlock D-ring, which is something that you will see it as a recurring item found in many of their designs. This is great for hooking things like car keys so that it is in a very easy to reach location. Also, there is a snap button in the middle to help secure the opening, and lastly, there are these clips attachment on each side, which enables you to convert the tote bag into a messenger style bag, but I will talk more about it in the later portion of the video. It only comes in this black colorway, therefore I would say it will go well with basically anything in your wardrobe, making it super versatile and perfect as an everyday carry bag while having a fairly good amount of storage space for all your daily items. The main compartment of the bag is fairly large, and according to the site, it can hold up to a 13-inch laptop. However, I kind of wish it has some compartments for me to organize my things instead of just one big compartment. Now, I do understand with the moly webbing inside, there is the possibility to attach additional pouches for better organization, but I still feel like it would be better if they did include some compartments, such as a phone pouch or even a compartment for my laptop or iPad, so that I don't have to throw everything inside a main compartment and kind of risk stuff being scratched and whatnot. Taking a look at the side, each side has an additional compartment, and this is very useful for fitting longer items such as your water bottle or even a small umbrella. You can fit your phone inside here as well for that quick access, but personally I wouldn't do it just for safety reasons. What makes the TB2-WN an interesting product is with all the different accessories that you are able to attach and integrate with the tote bag, as they all utilize the moly webbing system. Therefore, as long as you have a compatible moly webbing system accessory, it will be able to attach to the bag. This is something I think JWEEP does very well, in the sense of utilizing the moly webbing system across their entire range of products, creating this ecosystem that allows their products to be compatible with the current ones. While this is not something that is new, I think because of how they are designed, aesthetically they blend together very well. The first accessory that we will be taking a look at is this small pouch that comes included with the tote bag. It's a very minimal looking pouch, and I want to say that it's constructed with the same fabric material as the tote bag, hence it's very lightweight and also does have some water resistant properties. I really like the olive green lock D-ring that's located at the side of it, as it adds a nice contrasting detail. With the D-ring, it just gives you a little bit more options on how you want to carry it. On the front of it, you just have the single main YKK waterproof zipper that grants you access to its only main compartment, and at the back there is a single moly webbing that allows you to attach the pouch on the bag, but I think having two Grimlock D-rings present is a little bit too much in my opinion from a visual perspective. Personally for me, I prefer to attach it inside the tote bag so that I can access things quickly such as my keys and earphones without having to fondle around the entire bag, and it also kind of gives me an additional compartment for me to organize my things. The reason that it comes with the TB2 is because one of its main features is that the tote bag is packable when not in use, and you are able to store it inside this pouch. I find this to be incredibly useful as an emergency bag because it can be packed into this very small form factor, hence you are able to chuck it into your main carrying system, and if it ever fails you, at least you have a secondary backup at the very moment, or if you are just needing a little bit more storage space for when you are doing a quick grocery run, this feature comes in incredibly clutch. Up next, we have the SL02 sling strap, and this is an accessory that is not included with the tote bag, and if you want to pick it up, it is going to cost you an additional $13 US, which in my opinion is a very fair price. According to the site, I am not too sure about this, but it seems to be kind of a limited release with only 20 of them being made. Now, I'm not too sure if they are talking about the pre-order batches or not, but whatever the case is, if you are able to check them out, it means that they are still available. Essentially, with this strap, you are able to convert the TB2 from a tote bag style to more of a messenger bag. So for anyone who prefers a more secure fit, then this is something that you can look into picking up. Taking a closer look at the strap, I was pretty surprised in terms of its design. It actually has a much more toned down design compared to many other functional bag straps out there. There is really not much going on. It just has a single pull strap for quick adjustability, and with most functional straps out there, there is a hook for you to hang the excess strap, which creates this loop effect. And while a lot of people like it, for this strap, I prefer to just slot the access strap instead of hooking, because I feel like this gives out a much more cleaner overall look. As for quick release, instead of having to pull a secondary pull tab, you only need to push this tab here and it will release the tension of the strap quickly, minimizing the amount of components on the strap, hence giving it a much cleaner look. In terms of comfort wise, the strap does not come with any additional padding, but the area where it is in contact with your shoulders is a little bit wider to help distribute the weight load a little bit, be it not much. I do wish it does have a little bit of padding, but for $13, there really is not much to complain here. If you are one of the few people who did pick up the previous SL01 strap that was released alongside the SVRK the S01, that strap is compatible with the TB2 as well. The SL01 is a little bit more of a complex looking strap, having a fitlock buckle for quick removal and also having a more traditional quick release strap system. The way the strap is attached is through these 25mm adapters. You just have to slot the strap inside and the ends will hook onto the adapter, securing it to the bag. Once the strap is properly slotted into the adapters, snap the adapters together and this will ensure that the strap will not accidentally be loose and detaches from the bag. Now, if you are not familiar with these adapters, they offer extremely strong locking force, so unless you are intentionally trying to unlock it, it's not going to accidentally pop open. The way the adapters work is to lock them, you just have to clip them together, which is very simple. However, if you do intend to unlock the adapters, the only way to unlock them is by pushing this tab downwards, and you will have to apply quite a bit of force, and sometimes it still can be a little bit difficult to open. It is not going to be unlocked any other way. My only concern with these is that over time it could potentially break, since it is plastic at the end of the day and being something that has moving parts. But in the unfortunate event that the adapters end up breaking, you can simply replace them pretty easily. The last few accessories that we will be checking out is the silicone patch set as well as the Kunai S01, and I included them into the same category because I felt that essentially they serve the same purpose. The silicone patch set comes with a Velcro hood backing, and you can just attach this onto any MOLLE webbing straps, and essentially this just gives you this Velcro panel so that you can customize and personalize the look of your bag with different types of patches as long as they have the opposite side of the Velcro. The set also includes the black and white JWEEP silicone patch logos, but for $13 I do think it is a little bit on the high side considering they are just for visual purposes. For the same price, you are able to pick up the SL02 strap, and that will give you so much more options when it comes to customization and potentially being compatible with other MOLLE webbing systems. Therefore, in my opinion, you will definitely be getting so much more value for your money if you do pick up the strap. Lastly, the Kunai S01 is part of JWEEP's Kunai lineup, which are basically advertised as a multifunctional tool or strap, whatever you want to call it. However, to me, especially with the S variation, it is too quirky and niche of a product and feels like it is just a glorified version of the Velcro hood backing. Really, all it is, it's a strip of nylon with one end having a Grimlock D-ring, while on the other end has a C-clip attached to it, with the middle having the Velcro patch holder. As a standalone item, I honestly don't see too much functionality. Yes, you can clip it onto your pants as a keychain accessory, but because on the other end it's a C-clip, you can't hook your keys or anything like that as it will fall off immediately. The only use case scenario here is being able to attach MOLLE pouches, but because it's just a single C-clip, I personally am not too comfortable in terms of security, especially if you are going to be putting your phone or wallet in the pouch. If you are planning to pick it up, don't go in with the intention that you are getting something that is super functional. It really is a product that's just for the looks and aesthetic of it. Granted, the M01 and the L01 can be used as keychains just simply due to the design of it. This final portion of this video is really not about the products, but I want to sit down and talk about their brand identity, because this is something that I've seen a lot of kind of smaller techwear oriented brands fall into, and this applies to anyone out there who is trying to start their own brand. Never try to copy and base your brand identity directly off another brand. The reality is you are never going to be as good as the brand you are trying to mimic, simply because you will only be as good as another person's vision, and probably you won't be able to execute as well as them, especially if the brand has much more resources than you. In addition to that, whenever someone looks at your brand, they are not actually thinking about your brand, they are thinking about the brand that you are trying to copy. And trust me on this is not something that you should be striving for, especially when we are talking about fashion that is a very creative heavy industry. More often times than not, it just comes out as lack of creativity and individuality. This could potentially cause many people to look the other way, even if you do happen to have an amazing product. It's one thing to be inspired by a brand, but it's another thing to literally copy the look and feel of a brand. Now, I totally understand that there is this demand for cheap alternatives, but I do believe that even with alternatives, it also can come with originality. This is not me trying to call out or bash the brand or anything like that, but more towards a nudge that will hopefully stir them towards the right direction. As someone who do thinks that this brand can go pretty far, because I do feel like they have the capabilities to produce some pretty cool pieces, especially in this more affordable range of techwear. That is all I have for today's video. To wrap this whole video up, I'm actually seriously so impressed by how much they have actually improved, and from a design perspective all the way to the quality of products, especially within this whole more affordable range of techwear. And I think if they are able to move away from trying to be a particular brand and actually start creating their own identity, then I think this is going to be a very great starting point for them. What are your thoughts on JWEEP and their latest range of products? Do let your thoughts be known down in the comment section below. And if you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so incredibly much, because it really does help to add in the number of hours that the channel needs in order to be qualified to start generating a little bit of revenue, so that I can continue to keep the lights on this channel. If you are new to the channel, please do consider to hit the subscribe button as well as hit the bell notification to be instantly notified when a new video comes up. This is especially important for this channel because I don't really have a consistent upload schedule, but definitely within the next few weeks as well as months, things are definitely going to be ramped up in terms of the number of videos released, as I do have quite an amount of video project ideas that I need to start filming. So if you did enjoy watching today's video, please consider to give it a thumbs up. That is all I have for today's video. Stay safe and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.